Hello guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to solve a question under periodic functions. Okay, so the question is, we have f of x is equal to 1 minus x squared for x greater than or equal to 0 and x less than 2, and we have f of x equal to 2x minus 5 for x greater than or equal to 2 and x less than 4. Okay, so the question says, given that the period is 4, we should find the values of minus 11 and 11. Okay, so to do this, let's take the first one, that is f into minus 11. Okay, so we have minus 11. Now, let's look at our ranges. The first one ranges from 0 to 2. The second one ranges from 2 to 4. So we have a total range from 0 to 4. Okay, let's take note of that. So our total range is from 0 to 4. Okay, but let's look at minus 11. Minus 11 is not in our range. Our range is from 0 to 4, but minus 11 is not in our range. So we are going to look for another way to solve this. If minus 11 was in our range, we would simply substitute it inside any of the function which suits it. But it is not in our range. So here is what we are going to do. We are going to add 4 to minus 11 until we have a number which is in that our range which is from 0 to 4. So we are going to add 4 to this number until we have a number which is in our range. Okay, so the period is 4, that is why we are adding 4, and we have a negative number, that is why we are going to do addition. If we had a positive number, then we will be subtracting 4. Because the period is 4, this is periodic function, so periodic functions repeat every after 4 units. Since this has a period of 4, this function repeats every after 4 units. So here, since we have negative 11, we are going to add 4 to negative 11 until we have a number which is in our range. Okay, let's take the first time. So we have minus 11 plus 4. So this gives us minus 7. Okay, minus 7. Let's look at our range. Is minus 7 in the range? No, minus 7 is below 0, so it is not in our range. So we go again, we add 4 again. Minus 7 plus 4. Let's check again. Minus 7 plus 4. This is going to give us minus 3. Let's look at our range. Our range is from 0 to 4, remember. Minus 3, is minus 3 in the range? No, minus 3 is below 0. So we add again. Minus 3 plus 4. This gives us 1. Okay, so let's check our range again. 0 to 4. Is 1 in that range? Yes, 1 is in the range from 0 to 4. So 1 is our x. So there we can say that f of minus 11 is the same as f of 1. So here, instead of substituting minus 11 in our function, we are going to substitute 1. Okay, but there's another problem. We have two functions, so we need to figure out in which one we are to substitute 1. So let's look at the first function. Let's look at this first function. So let's look at the range. Here we are dealing with the range. So this function ranges from 0 to 2. Is 1 in that range? Yes, 1 is in the range, because 1 is greater than 0 and 1 is less than 2. So 1 is in our range. Okay. So let's see the second function. The second function is from 2 to 4. 1 is not greater than 2. 1 is not greater than 2, but 1 is less than 4. But one case is not already working. 1 is not greater than 2, so that is why we cannot use this second function. So we are going to use the first function because 1 is in that range. So now we are going to substitute our 1 into the first function. So we have f of 1 equal to 1 minus 1 squared. So this is the same as 1 minus 1. So this gives us 0. So we can conclude that f of minus 11 is equal to 0. So let's see the second one. The second one, we have to find the value of f into 11. So again, we are dealing with the range. So we check our general range. 11, is 11 in the range 0 to 4? No, 11 is greater than 4. So we cannot directly substitute 11. So we need to find a number which fits the range. Okay, to find that number, so now we have a positive number. So we are not going to add 4, we are going to be subtracting 4. So we are going to subtract 4 from 11 until we have a number which is in that range. Okay, so let's take the first case. 11 minus 4, it gives us 7. Let's go to our range. 7, is 7 in the range 0 to 4? No, 7 is greater than 4. So we subtract it again. 7 minus 4, this gives us 3. Is 3 in the range 0 to 4? Yes, 3 is in the range 0 to 4. So 3 is our number. So we can say that f of 11 is equal to f of 3. So now we are going to substitute 3 into our function. But we have two functions again. So we are going to check which function we are to substitute our 3. So we are dealing with the range. So let's have this first range. 3, is 3 in this range? No. 3 is greater than 0, but 3 is not less than 2. So we cannot use this range. Let's look at this second one. 3, yes, 3 is greater than 2, and 3 is also less than 4. So we are going to substitute 3 in that function. Okay, so f of 3, so we are substituting it in the second function. So it's going to be 2 into 3 minus 5. So 2 into 3 gives us 6. 6 minus 5, and that gives us 1. So we can say that f into 11 is equal to 1. Okay, so that is what we do. So if we are given a number which is not in the general range, then we are going to have to break the number down. We are going to add or subtract our period from that number until it gives us another number which is in the range. Okay, thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.